Before you begin your journey, stop at the entrance kiosk to buy your tickets. You can purchase a standard ticket or a combo that includes access to the elevator lift. A perfect option if you rather skip the nearly 156 stone steps to the summit. The lift makes reaching the main attractions much easier while still letting you enjoy the beauty of the mountains. As you approach the Marble Mountains, the first thing you'll notice is the impressive main entrance cave, welcoming visitors with its towering archway and intricate carvings. It's a dramatic introduction to the site, giving you a sense of the history and spiritual significance of the mountains. You can reach the Marble Mountains easily by grab taxi, which we do not recommend, or I don't recommend, or by booking a guided tour from Danang, which often includes transport and inside tips to make the most of your visit. Before heading further, a few practical tips will make your visit much more memorable and comfortable. Bring a hat and sunglasses to protect yourself from the sun, and carry plenty of water to stay hydrated. Wear sturdy closed-toe shoes. Definitely no flip-flops. And steps are very slippery, so light breathable clothing will help you stay cool while exploring and take your time to enjoy the scenery. Rising majestically from the Vietnamese coastline, the Marble Mountains are a stunning cluster of 5 limestone and marble hills, each representing one of the 5 elements: metal, water, wood, fire, and earth. As you start exploring, you'll notice the intricate caves and tunnels carved over centuries. There are over a dozen caves to discover, each with its own character, but the most famous one, the Huyen Khong cave, will be expanded on once we reach that specific cave. The climb is gentle yet rewarding, with stone steps winding through lush greenery and past small shrines. After walking through the main entrance, you begin the climb up towards the mountain. Plan ahead. If you only want to see a few caves, focus on those near the main elevator area. The main mountain, where many of the most famous caves are located, is about a 30-minute walk from the main entrance and elevator. So factor in some time if you want to explore it fully. This helps make your visit manageable and ensures you see the highlights without rushing. Inside the mountains, hidden grottos house Buddhist statues, ancient carvings, and incense offerings. Some caves are small and intimate, while others open into cavernous space filled with sunlight streaming through cracks. The main cave, Huyen Khong Cave, is the crown jewel, offering a spiritual and almost ethereal atmosphere that you won't want to miss. As you walk towards the main cave, you'll pass by several beautiful temples and pagodas, each decorated with intricate carvings and vibrant statues. If you're on a tour group, they may go directly to the main cave, but we recommend exploring on your own. The paths are easy to navigate, and stopping at these temples gives a deeper sense of the culture, history, and spiritual atmosphere of the Marble Mountains. When planning your visit, it's helpful to pick a route for the cave so you can see the main attractions without backtracking. The paths are clearly marked, so you won't get lost if you stick to one route, but part of the fun is exploring some of the smaller caves. If you choose to venture inside, you might find a tunnel that connects to another cave, allowing you to emerge in a completely different spot than you were entered. This adds a sense of adventure, but it's always wise to keep an eye on landmarks and follow the main paths to avoid confusion. The Marble Mountains can get very busy, especially mid-morning and around noon, with large tour groups arriving from Danang and Huyen. If possible, visiting early in the morning or later in the afternoon to avoid the crowds. Ticket prices may vary slightly depending on the season, but this is generally an affordable experience. Planning ahead does not only make for a more peaceful visit, but also allows you to fully enjoy the caves, temples, and panoramic views without feeling rushed. Once inside the mountain, hidden grottos house Buddhist statues, ancient carvings, and incense offerings. Some caves are small and intimate, while others open into cavernous spaces filled with sunlight streaming through cracks. The main one, the Huyen Khong Cave, is the crown jewel, offering a spiritual and almost ethereal experience that you won't want to miss. Many of the smaller caves have multiple openings, allow you to climb through and connect to a different cave, creating a mini adventure as you explore. This is where your sturdy shoes come in handy, as some of the paths can be uneven or slippery. Kids can definitely enjoy this too, making it a fun experience for the whole family. But it's important to stay careful and keep watch your step while navigating these hidden passages. Again, some of these smaller caves around marble mountains offer more than just a quick peek. Adventurous visitors crawl through narrow passages, climb between rocky chambers, and sometimes emerge into entirely different caves. One example is the Van Thong Cave, which has a rugged tunnel-like section and even a vertical gallery that leads up to a higher level. Because of that, many people bring backpacks filled with water, snacks, and even flashlights, or even headlamps to safely navigate these less traveled paths. It's a fun, almost spelunking style experience. Kids can try it too, but grown-ups should supervise closely and everyone needs to watch their footing. As you approach the main cave entrance, you'll be greeted by a dramatic facade carved into the marble, with intricate stone details and a wide, inviting archway. From the outside, the cave looks almost like a natural cathedral, with sunlight highlighting the textures and layers of the rock. A series of winding stone steps leads down to the cave, each turn revealing glimpses of the interior and building anticipation for what's inside. Lush greenery and small shrines flank the path, adding a peaceful, almost mystical atmosphere before you even step into the main chamber. As you make your way down the main cave steps, the cool, shaded air is a refreshing change from the sun outside. The winding staircase gradually opens to reveal the cave's interior, where sunlight filters through cracks and small openings, casting dramatic patterns on the wall and floor. At first glance, you notice the intricate stone formations, stalactites hanging from above, and niches carved from the walls that hold statues and incense offerings. The combination of natural beauty and spiritual touches creates a serene and slightly mysterious atmosphere, giving you a sense of awe before you venture further into the deeper chambers. As you step deeper into the cave, the first grand chamber of Huyen Khong reveals itself. The architecture feels almost cathedral-like. The domed ceiling, carved naturally from marble, arches high overhead, and 5 circular skylights allow shafts of sunlight to stream in. The light creates an ethereal glow and dances off the walls, illuminating jade-like stalactites and revealing the smooth, weathered texture of the stone. Within this chamber, you'll find several altars and shrines. A large statue of Buddha, carved directly into the rock, sits in meditation. Just below, there's a connecting altar, symbolizing compassion and protection. On either side, smaller niche houses deities like the Lady Buddha and the other figures of spiritual significance. As you explore further, notice the rock formation along the cave walls. Some resemble animals, others look like mythical features, an elephant's head, a crane, even jellyfish-like shapes, carved by time and nature. The floor is often damp as water drips from the ceiling, making patterns in small puddles that reflect the light. Near the base of the stairs, statues of fierce guardians stand sentinel, their expression intense and carved deeply in stone. As you look up while inside the cave, you might catch a spectacular moment when the sunlight streams directly through one of the skylights above. Depending on the time of the year and the month, this can happen at just the right angle, illuminating the chamber with a golden glow. We were lucky to experience it during our visit as it adds an almost magical quality, highlighting the natural beauty of the marble and the serene atmosphere of the cave. If you go to the back of the cave chamber sits another temple. The temple houses multiple altars, one for the Great Buddha, another for the Chinese general, Khong and Quan Bin, and yet another for deities of love and matchmaking, such as Lady Moon. Locals believe in the mystical power of certain rock formations nearby. In one dark recess, you might spot two rounded stones said to resemble a woman's breast. Legend holds that water droplets from these stones bring fertility. The main cave gets crowded, especially when tour groups arrive, so it's best to visit early or late in the afternoon to enjoy a more peaceful experience. Once you're inside the chamber, you don't need to participate in any religious rituals if you're not Buddhist or religious. Simply walking quietly, observing the statues, and appreciating the architecture and carvings is respectful. Many visitors light incense, bow, or offer a quiet moment of reflection. But if you choose not to, it's perfectly acceptable to just take in the space. Speak softly, refraining from touching sacred objects, and being mindful of others in the best way to show respect while exploring the cave. Visiting the main cave at the Marble Mountains is an unforgettable experience because it combines natural beauty, history, and spiritually all in one place. The towering marble cliffs and intricate cave formations are visually stunning, while the sunlight streaming through the skylights create a magical, almost otherworldly atmosphere. You'll encounter centuries of history from Cham era carvings to Buddhist temples and statues, and even remnants of the caves used during the Vietnam War. The peaceful shrines, hidden alcoves, and guardian statues give a sense of calm and reflection, making it a perfect place to explore at your own pace. Whether you're drawn by culture, nature, or simply breathtaking views, the Marble Mountains offer something for everyone, making it one of Vietnam's most visited destinations. While exploring the main cave, take a moment to notice the way Buddhist principles are reflected in the layout and details.
Trong động có một cổ 700 như em có chia sẻ. Đây là một cái bia cổ ha. Dạ, và bây giờ nó được nằm trong cái hệ thống ma nhai được UNESCO công nhận ở khu vực của ngọn Thủy Sơn này. Dạ, ngày xưa thì tượng Quán Thế Âm bằng thép vàng nhỏ bé. Tuy nhiên là tượng bây giờ là to lớn hơn và được điêu khắc bởi một nghệ nhân của cái vùng làm đá non nước này. Đó chính là ông Nguyễn Chấp. Dạ, được điêu khắc vào năm 1970. Dạ thì xin mời cô chú anh chị chúng ta vào lạy Phật Quán Thế Âm ha.
As you climb one of the stone staircases leading towards the higher viewpoints, the effort is quickly rewarded with breathtaking views of the Danang coastline. From this vantage point, you can see the sparkling waters of the South China Sea, stretches of sandy beaches, and the city's skyline framed by the lush green mountains. The winding steps themselves are part of the experience, offering glimpses and small shrines, carved niches, and the marble cliffs as you ascend. Pausing along the way to take in the scenery, snap photos, or simply breathe in the fresh air that makes the climb feel so like a journey rather than a walk, giving you a full sense of the natural beauty surrounding the Marble Mountains. Beyond the main cave and staircases, you can wander along other paths to discover additional viewpoints that showcases the coastline from different angles. These quieter spots often feel secluded, with fewer visitors and sweeping views of the beaches, the city, and surrounding mountains. As you explore, you'll notice small temples, shrines, and marble carvings tucked into the cliffs, making each stop along the path feel a little hidden. Taking your time to explore these alternate routes gives you a more complex and complete experience of the Marble Mountains and allows you to see the coastline's beauty from multiple perspectives. Reaching the top, you're rewarded with a stunning panoramic view of Danang. From here, you can take in the full coastline, stretching out to the South China Sea with its sandy beaches glistening in the sunlight and the city's skyline in the distance. The surrounding hills and mountains frame the scene, creating a perfect balance of natural beauty and urban landscape. It's an ideal spot to pause, take photos, or simply enjoy the sweeping vistas, giving you a sense of the scale and serenity of the part of Vietnam that you can't get from the ground below. When it's time to leave, you can take the elevator back down to the entrance, but remember that the elevator requires a round-trip ticket. If you didn't purchase the round-trip option at the kiosk, don't worry, you can buy one at the top before you descend. The ride is smooth and gives you a chance to rest your legs after climbing the stairs while still enjoying glimpses of the marble cliffs and surrounding scenery as you make your way back down.